I always joke that we're not really a toy company. We're actually a mission-based company, and we've embedded a message of empowerment inside of a toy.
All the superpowers we could ever want or need are already inside each one of us.
I Am Elemental action figures is girl-targeted, boy-inclusive. We celebrate strong, powerful women, but the powers that they embody are universal. My mother played a huge role in who I was, who I became, who I am to this day. My mother was bound and determined to raise a girl who felt empowered and felt confident. I got my certification to teach high school English. So I spent my last semester at Wellesley traveling every day to Boston Latin High School, where I taught 7th, 10th, and 11th grade English. But I decided that I was going to go to law school and specialize in educational public policies. Despite my degrees, I became a stay-at-home mother, just like my mother, because I was acutely aware of the idea that this is something that might not last quite as long as we all hope that it will. I went to a lecture at my son's school with a brain expert. She said, girls and boys are as different from the neck up as they are from the neck down. And it made me ask a question. Why does Spider-Man appeal to a boy of 4 and a man of 40, but there's no female equivalent? That night, my husband and I were talking about what would I have to do to a female action figure to make it appeal to this girl brain. I woke up the next morning and I said, it's not superheroes, it's superpowers. In the I Am Elemental universe, the child is the superhero, and the figures are the personification of their power. What we set out to do was create a figure that was really forward-thinking in its design and engineering, because we recognized that if it wasn't super cool looking and fun to play with, then there would be no point, because no one would want them. Obviously, the preference would be made in the USA, so it's not possible. There's nowhere to make them here. So
there's actually nowhere?
There's nowhere to make them here. We thought we had figured every possible issue out before we picked a deadline for when we could deliver product. Everything went perfectly, except that we did not anticipate that there would be a major dock workers union strike just before the holidays. I had to individually email every single pre-order customer, which represented $250,000 worth of sales, to refund them.
Here we go.
These are series 2. So every series. It was the best, worst thing that ever happened to us, because that created relationships that I wouldn't have otherwise had. It was a real lesson in transparency, honesty, but also in giving yourself more time and not assuming that everything is going to go as planned. For me, the fun is in the design and in the articulation of our messaging. This is series 1, our Courage series. So these are the 7 building blocks of courage. When you tell a child you're a superhero. And all the superpowers you could ever want or need are already inside of you. You're creating a child who really can, through play, change the way they think about the world and themselves.